Good morning and welcome to this week's Wednesday with Warvis. Today I'm going to kind of give you an overview of all the projects that are going on here in the district. And we're starting out here at Altus Junior High. We've been without lights for quite some time, and so we are getting them. There's 4 new poles that are up. They're not completely finished. They've been concreted in. They're 14 feet deep. But they're going to be very bright. This is a company that this is all they do. They most recently just left OU. They did the OU stadium, so they definitely know what they're doing. I can't wait to see them. Hopefully we'll have them for our next football game. The way we have paid for these is last year the legislators voted the Red Bud Grant, and what that is it's an opportunity for districts that don't receive a lot of ad valorem. It's called the Ad Valorem Equalization Act, and so Altus Public Schools was able to get a little over $200,000 last year, and then this year we'll get another. And so these lights and the lights at Kiwanis Park cost about $425,000. So the 2 years of the Red Bud Act is what has enabled us to pay for these lights. So very excited for Altus Junior High and for the district for the new lights. Now we're here at Kiwanis Park, which is right behind Altus Intermediate School. This is our baseball, softball complex that fairly recently got the artificial turf and a lot of makeover on the inside. So the most recent thing that we're doing is all the lights. We got to keep the light poles because they're in such great shape, but now we're replacing all of the lights with LED lighting, just like at the junior high. So it'll really brighten up Kiwanis Park. We're very excited about it. This is an update on our windows. Just a reminder, we were able to pay for the windows to help stop the spread of COVID, so we used some of our COVID relief funds. And here at the junior high, you can see we've got a brand new entrance on the north end. Looks totally different. Has 2 sets of doors instead of just the one. And then the windows along the front, if you'll notice, they've all been replaced. And then there were green rock panels in between each section of windows, and you can see on this first section it's been replaced with the brown metal that matches the roof, and then the next section is still the green panel, and we'll get those replaced as well. Then the front doors also now has 2 sets of doors, just like here, and then on the back side of the gym, the school where the entrance to the gym is, all of those doors have been replaced as well. Hopefully you enjoyed seeing the almost finished renovations of the windows at Altus Junior High and Altus Intermediate School. Now we're here at Altus Elementary School, and them and Altus Primary School will be the next 2 sites that get windows. It'll be a little bit down the road, but they'll be the next 2. So all the exterior windows that face the street here at Altus Elementary School and also Altus Primary School will be getting all new windows that will match their roof and will match Altus Junior High and Altus Intermediate School. Now we're here at Altus Primary School, which houses our 1st and 2nd graders, and finally the playground is finished. All the concrete is done, the outdoor classroom is finished, the basketball courts are done, the actual playground equipment itself, there's soccer goals on the far end, the privacy fence is up, and our last part was the irrigation system, and all the sod has been laid and it's starting to green up very nicely. What's unique about this particular playground is we also have a walking trail that meanders all the way around this large playground. If you've driven down Park Lane and been by the stadium, you can see that the cheer, dance, archery facility is coming along really well. The footing's been done. Now they're working on plumbing. The electrical is in the ground and ready to go. It's coming along really well. We're shooting for April for it to be done so we can have tryouts here in it. But more realistically, it'll probably be summertime. But it is coming along great. We are waiting on metal right now. Now we're here at Altus High School at the Auditorium. You all got to see it. It's almost complete. All we lack here is they need to paint the bathroom doors bulldog blue. And then the curbing on the steps and this crack, that's on back order. It's metal, but it's coming. And then hopefully eventually we'll get that bronze 6-foot bulldog over there in its prestigious place looking out over the high school. Well, the last project that I want to talk about is Rivers Elementary, which is our elementary school that's on Altus Air Force Base. We talked before about the plans, so I'm not going to get really into that, but just kind of tell you where we're at in the process. We're in the process of getting RFQs, which is a request for qualifications for architect and for a project manager. So that's coming next. Also, as I told you in the past, a group of us went to Virginia and got the ball rolling, got accepted and moving forward. And then we had to write a proposal of what we want to do with the money. And so Dr. Lana Mowdy, who works here at Altus Public Schools, many of you know her. She works with migrant students and other students. She wrote that for us. It was due by September 7th. If any of you that know Lana, she worked really hard, got it all together, and we turned that in last week, and it was accepted. So we've jumped through the next hoop, which wasn't really due until September 7th. Out of all the schools that are getting this money, we were the first school to finish the project that was given. So thank you to Lana for getting that done so quickly and that it passed, and we're doing so well. Very excited about that. So Rivers Elementary is moving right along like we thought it would be. We're hoping to break ground next summer, and then it'll take probably about 2 years to finish. But it's such an exciting project, and again, it's going to be about a $45 to $50 million project. Federal government will pay 80% of the cost, and the district will need to come up with 20%, but we're hoping to get 10% from another source, and we'll talk about that another time. So hopefully you enjoyed all the projects that we talked about today. Everything's moving along. We're so blessed in Altus to have such great things happening. Hopefully you have an opportunity to go to our first football game. It's in Elk City this Friday at 7. Go support the Bulldogs. The band will be there. Cheerleaders dance. That'll be a great night. Hopefully the weather cooperates. And as always, may God continue to bless Altus Public Schools.